Welcome to Abundance Recoded. Today we start with a channeling from Sapphire. Hi dear ones, we are glad to be able to reach your ears again today. It is nice to see how many are listening now, how many are tapping into their truth, remembering that the outside world is just a play. Remembering that life was supposed to be easier, sweeter, more fun. And that the rat race that you have grown up in, that your parents grew up in, that the generation before them grew up in, doesn't have to be run anymore. That there never was a finish line. That there never was a place where you could finally rest and allow yourself to receive and celebrate all that you had accomplished on the run. The rat race constantly has you moving, chasing the next big thing. You see it on social media, on the news, all the hype around things, some things very trivial. But the rat race tells you that you have to have it, that you have to chase it, that you have to be in the same energy of it in order to get ahead, as an example. Some of these things are super silly and some not so, but much of it is because everyone feels like they have to have the same thing as everyone else to matter, like they're missing out on something. And that is a big key with the rat race. It is built on FOMO, the fear of missing out, that you might miss out on something that would give you something grand in your life, fun and play, joy, because the person you watched experienced it, had it, so you could get it from it too, right? It doesn't work out that way for many. They buy it and then they have a moment of joy and then it passes just as quickly as it came. Because in the rat race, you never rest. You never allow yourself to see how much you already have, how much joy has always been around you, how much peace has been around you. You're used to being in the energy of chaos, the constantly moving. So much so that when there isn't chaos and when there isn't lost expectations or unmet expectations or quiet, you get squirrely, uncomfortable, because it doesn't feel safe to stay still, to just be in the moment, to allow yourself to enjoy what you have. It's been programmed into you from a young age, not just from your parents who taught it to you, but also school, the media, society in general. Without the rat race, you are told you have nothing, that you'll be nothing, that you won't matter, that you won't have enough, that you will fail. But the rat race is not who you are. Your soul didn't come here to run someone else's race. It didn't come here to fight for the next position to see who gets 5 minutes of fame. It didn't come here to do silly things on the internet for other people's enjoyment at the expense of your own presence. There's nothing wrong with being silly, but doing it to get other people's attention is not what your soul is here for. If you want to be silly because silly feels good for you, then be silly. But don't be silly because everyone else tells you need to, because of some rat race or prize to be won. Your soul is not here for that. Your soul already knows how big it will be once you allow your soul to finally flow through you in the way it's designed. But you have to step out of the rat race, even just for a moment, to start to get comfortable without all the chasing, pushing, forcing, trying to matter, trying to be enough, trying to get more abundance, success, anything that makes you feel like the outside world respects you in some way. That is, in essence, the status quo. This idea that you need to have everything else everyone else has in order to feel like you matter, or that you're accepted or seen as successful or abundant or joyful. But the status quo is just another version of the rat race, trying to get you to do more, be more successful, do more with less time, to stress yourself out, to stop running, to always chase. And there's this idea that at some point the rat race will end when you retire. And then you'll finally be able to breathe, to allow, to enjoy life. But even in retirement, the rat race doesn't end because you have been programmed for it. You just can't hit a stop button. And everything magically becomes rainbows and unicorns. It will still be there, and you will find a way to chase it even in retirement. So we ask you to step off that rat race now, to allow yourself to see what's possible outside the rat race. Things are actually sweeter, easier, more flow, more peace, more joy outside of the rat race. Your soul has so much to give you, so much of the resources you desire. The fulfillment that you think that you're going to get for the rat race is actually waiting inside of you for you to find it again. But you'll never find it outside yourself. No one has it. No one has the magic pill. Only you do. Having the next best thing, the next shiny thing will not get you the fulfillment that you desire. That's why it's fleeting. That's why when you achieve things, you're looking for the next thing, because the achievement actually doesn't fill the hole that you feel in your heart. This knowing that this life was supposed to be easier, more fluid, more joyful, bigger. It's not that it's wrong, it's true. That is the soul calling you back to yourself to remember really how this life is supposed to work. But to get there, you must step off the rat race. And at first, it's going to feel uncomfortable. But uncomfortable isn't bad. Uncomfortable isn't to be avoided. It is outside your comfort zone, and that's where that growth that you want happens. It always does. You can step out of it for 5 minutes, take your watch off, turn off your phone, just sit and listen to your breath or the sound of a fan. In that moment, you're allowing your soul to percolate up to the surface for you to feel yourself again. Feel the potential that lies inside of you waiting to be awakened. The potential of the life that you dream for, but the potential of all that your soul is to be known for or to allow for to come through. You may receive great ideas, or you may just be in the energy of peace for a moment. All of those things reset your nervous system so that it learns that it's safe to no longer run in the rat race, to stop looking for the next best thing that's going to give you 5 minutes of fame, maybe, or give you that next hit of, oh, I'm alive, or that next hit of joy or excitement, which you mistake for being alive. You're alive in every moment and every breath. The excitement is fun, isn't it, though? You have the ability to have that excitement in you every day, but you'll never find it on the rat race. So today we ask you to step out of the rat race, find something else for you to do in the moment. And we don't mean to sit on your phone. We mean to take the time to step away from the rat race, sit outside, listen to the birds, the wind, the sound of your breath, and come back to yourself. The answer you seek and the freedom that you seek is not in the rat race. It was never there. Can you do it? Can you sit and listen to what your soul really wants to say? We promise that if you start doing this, that life will start to unfold in a different way, with more ease and more joy, more freedom than you can ever imagine. That's it for now. We will talk soon. Good grief.